Joram is the creative director as well as the president, CEO for JMM. That's Joram Model Management. And I'm also a cocktail of different personalities altogether. I'm also a pageant coach extraordinaire. And I'm a mentor as well, a show producer, producing literally 98% of all the biggest shows in Kampala, Uganda. And yeah, I was crowned the Star Maker last year at the ASFIS 2019. So yes, I'm ready to take on all the challenges that life gives me. That's Joram in a nutshell. I decided to open JMM simply because, I was very passionate about what I do. I was very passionate about scouting, passionate about developing models, things that I believed in as a human being. And I was also targeting, promoting African fashion beyond borders, because where I come from in Uganda, fashion is not that so much developed, and modeling it's one of the businesses that is just, picking up. So I decided to open this agency to streamline a lot of issues in line with fashion, and I'm happy with the direction of where the agency is going. I would say I'll probably be working on TV because I'm passionate about television. I love everything to do with TV, everything to do with, reality shows, everything to do with literally how TV works. So maybe I would be behind the scenes working in television, or maybe be a producer, maybe venture into something else, but TV is my passion. There've been quite many, but I like to consider challenges to be blessings in disguise. So however much we've faced so many challenges along the way with the agency, we've managed to, retaliate and change these particular challenges into, becoming our biggest strength. One of them being not appreciating models of color. It was one thing that the world hadn't embraced that much, but we fought so hard to make sure that, whether they're not appreciated that much in Uganda, they will actually be appreciated internationally. And I'm so happy that the global fashion capitals of the world, like London, Paris, Milan, New York, Barcelona, Cape Town, name it all the biggest fashion global capitals of the world, they're embracing models of color. And it's a strong movement that is pushing African fashion and then African, models beyond borders. So I'm so happy that it's been one of the biggest challenges, but then it's turning out to be, a huge blessing in disguise. My determination, zeal, persistence, and at the same time, my personality. I am one person that doesn't give up. When I decide to put myself into doing something, I will give it 110%. I won't stop until I achieve. I would say I am a go-getter. That is one thing that, actually makes me stand out. It's one personal trait that I treasure the most. Yeah. Being positive about whatever that you do. Success doesn't just come. They don't just hand it to you on a silver plate or something like that. You have to make everything work. You have to go out there, work and believe for whatever you believe in. And at the same time, I believe, you only chase goals if you are very passionate and super obsessed about your brand. It's the only way it's going to work. If you're not obsessed about your brand, if you don't live, breathe, eat what you do, it doesn't work out. So it all goes back to believing in yourself, believing in your brand, believing in what you stand for, believing in your values, and also affirmations a lot, because I'm a very affirmative human being. Every day that I wake up, I tell myself I'm confident, I'm powerful, I'm amazing, I will take the world by storm. I see myself, having all these girls working in the major fashion global capitals of the world, and the boys, and I've seen massive miracles happening. So I live by faith. Definitely had to be New York Fashion Week. When I was in New York in 2018, and I got to witness the spring and summer collections of 2019, 2020. It was amazing working with different creators all together during most of the shows, and I'm so happy that I got to witness fashion on a different level. I got to witness fashion on a global fashion scale, whereby these people take fashion to be a business. It's not a joke. So I'd say New York Fashion Week has been one of my biggest highlights. New York Fashion Week. Yes. 2019 were quite insane. There were so many because first of all, I would like to say I'm so happy and blessed to be a part of a movement in Africa that is starting in Uganda, to be a part of a generation raising Ugandan international fashion working global, models in the global fashion capitals of the world. And in 2019, we had over 8 models placed, worldwide in the different, fashion global capitals of the world. And amongst the 8, we had so many of them actually break out to be huge star models. One of them being Aliette Sarah, who was the top newcomer for 2019 in, one of the seasons. That's the fall season, fall winter season. She was named among one of the biggest newcomers. And, that was a huge blessing in disguise, having, this young girl from Africa go on to take the global fashion world, plus the rest of the other girls that started their careers and the young boys that started their careers internationally. I'd say that was so huge as well. And the other highlight was actually me being recognized as, the star maker in the ASFAs, that's the A Brand Style and Fashion Awards, whereby I was super surprised. They surprised me as one of, the people that have revolutionized and changed fashion in Uganda. So that was really, really huge. And they awarded me with, an award labeled the Star Maker with my name on it. So I would say that was very, very huge. Of course, definitely, because I'm such a perfectionist. Everyone that works with me knows that Joram loves perfection. I love perfection. I breathe, live, eat perfection. So every time I'm going to start something, I'm always super nervous, beyond nervous. Even when I'm producing shows, I get very, very nervous. A lot of people never get to see that simply because, I'm always behind the scenes. I'm always, at the production desk, working together with my team at Joram. But it's super nerve-wracking when you're producing a show. And then I also get nervous whenever I'm doing all these scouting trips, scouting tours, because you don't know what to expect. You don't know whether the right models will show up. So it's quite nerve-wracking, but at the end of the day, I love the adrenaline. I like the tension. I like the drama, and I love everything to do with it. So I would say, I get nervous like a normal human being. I usually get nervous before I do anything. I should say that I'm doing a lot of scouting tours right now. Too bad the coronavirus had to come in, and it just ruined everything. It just put everything on a standstill. So we couldn't travel from different countries to other countries simply because we're all on a lockdown. But then what we are trying to do is that we're doing a lot of online scouting, whereby we're using different platforms that we do have on social media, right from our Instagram. That's a Joram Model Management, and we're scouting extensively for new faces, for future faces. So I would say that's one of the biggest projects that we are up to right now. Yes, I definitely see Joram being one of the biggest mother agents worldwide, being one of the biggest mother agents in Africa, and then worldwide, mothering so many carriers of different fashion models, not just in Uganda or East Africa or in Africa, but then worldwide. That's the whole mission, to be one of the biggest mother agents worldwide. That will be the biggest vision objective that Joram has for the next 10 years, and we're already working on that. I get to travel a lot. And I would say my favorite destination is New York. I am obsessed with the nightlife in New York. I'm obsessed with the fashion industry in New York, with the different agencies there. So the last time that I was there, I got to learn so much about fashion. I got to learn so much about the business of modeling, and meeting up with all these different, creatives, meeting up with the different casting directors, show producers, and, agency owners opened my eyes a lot. So I'd say New York has been my favorite destination. I'd say luombo, any type of luombo, though my favorite is chicken luombo, and then sometimes I like fish luombo. Then I also like fish with pestage, it's still luombo. So I love luombo. This is one Ugandan food that actually makes me really, really proud of being a Ugandan, because you don't find this all over the world. It is very special, it's very tasty, and I love luombo. Shaka Zulu. Yes, Shaka Zulu. It's amazing. I think they make the best luombo ever, and then they do have the best traditional foods. They do have all these different Ugandan local foods as well. So I usually go there a lot, and I miss their food so much right now simply because we're in lockdown, but I'm obsessed with Shaka Zulu. The weather. We do have the best weather in Uganda. It's either hot or cold, as simple as that. hot or cold. And in most cases, I would say it's almost like summer. Most of the times, it's extremely, extremely hot here. So I love the weather the most. And that's the one thing that makes me really, really proud of being Ugandan. And then the other thing is that the people. One, I would definitely love to literally globetrot the whole world. I know it's quite impossible, but I want to do it. I want to literally visit all the different continents altogether, visit the different countries, literally worldwide, because I love traveling. And then the other thing is I want to ensure that Uganda turns out to be one of the biggest fashion destinations in the whole world. Yes, and it's very possible. It would be such an incredible honor to have all these big brands come to the Pearl of Africa here in Uganda and do shows and get fabric and shoot campaigns from here. So that is another thing that I would love to do. And then the other thing that I would definitely love to do is, I want to groom and mentor so many young people and see them thrive on the, global world, in the global world as well. I'm already doing that, but I want to see as many as possible. And before 2025, what else do I really want to do? I want to achieve so much success, because every day that I wake up, I dream about success. So I want to achieve as much as I can. I want to be very happy, because happiness is key. It's super key. I want to be as happy as possible. And then lastly, I want to make my country super proud in everything that I do. I'm already doing that, but I want to be a legend. I want to leave a legacy behind so that people can understand that there was a young man from Uganda called Joram that started a revolution of African models, and he laid a strong foundation to most of them, and he stamped his name and cemented his name on the African fashion map. Yes. That one Ugandan that I would love to send my shout outs would definitely have to be Anita Burial. Yes, Anita Burial, the creative director for Burial Couture by Anita Burial. I love her so much because she's one of my biggest inspirations. She motivates me on a daily basis, and she has a vision that motivates me to work really, really, really hard. So big up to you, Anita Burial. Much love.